The first rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about bees! Not the bees! Ah!
Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone betwixt. I'm Vince, also known as Pleasantkenobi on the internet, and this is Braxifen's Domri Rade Fight Club. Domri has come out swinging. He's rowdy, he's Larry, he's gone down the pub and had too many beers, and now he wants to fight everything. The premise of this deck, in essence, in the basics, is that we have Fraction Obliterator, and Fraction Obliterator says, whenever a source deals damage to Fraction Obliterator, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. So the idea is we play an Obliterator, and then we make it fight our opponent's creatures, and they have to sack all their permanents. The way we do this is we have Prey Upon, which is a 4 of in the deck, we have 1 Pit Fight, and more importantly, we have 4 of this old school Domri Rade that has a minus to it, says that something fights something else. And we have this one as well, which is the new one from War of the Spark, which also has a minus 2 where it fights something. So we have 12 fighting effects in our Fight Club deck. The problem is, when Braxifen submitted this to me, firstly, casting these things was a massive pain in the arse. So what I did to fix that was twofold. Firstly, I added Arcane's Astrolabe and Astrolabia, whatever the fuck it's called, and a load of Snowlands, because that's what Magic's all about now, right? Just play Snowlands and Astrolabe, and there's no downside for doing so. And secondly, I added a load of Fetch lands and 3 red and 6, because they're in the colour, they give us a little card advantage, they thin our decks slowly but surely, they ensure we hit land drops and ensure we hit our colours. And then we have our Birds of Paradise to help accelerate and fix mana as well. And then, well, I was like, wow, Braxifen, there's not enough things to fight. So without telling him, I've added these cards. Hornet Nest. That's right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, everyone who's a friend of this channel, you might all know that I fucking love making bees. Let's make some fucking bees. And before we start, this is the 4 Fraction Obliterator 4 Blood Moon deck. Yeah, because nothing says hard mode like the fucking Blood Moon Obliterator deck that's also 3 colours. Right, let's play some fucking Magic. And here we have a perfectly reasonable double Obliterator hand. But we can fight stuff, so it'll be fine. I have no doubt this hand will be very good. Is our opponent on burn? Okay, just counter up with a crash. Perhaps they are on feather in modern? These aren't the practice rooms after all. I'm going to go and fetch a snow swamp and cast my Astrolabe, because Astrolabe makes everything better, and by that I mean it's homogenizing and I hate it. Second mountain from our opponent, Metamorphose. Are they just mono red cantrips? Oh, I think this is prowess with a bad hand. Okay. Obliterator is going to be pretty good when we get there then. We go to 15. We're not going to shock ourselves, we're just going to casually play a Birds of Paradise. We can play an Obliterator next turn if they don't kill our bird, and then we can start obliterating their face. They pillaged. What the fuck? Okay, we aren't playing Obliterator next turn. And this will Lava Dart our bird as well, so we're back to 1 land. Okay, guess I hold up my snow-covered prismatic thing. Oh dear. Steam King, Jesus. We drew a Thoughtseize, but I think I want to play a Hornet's Nest because they're going to struggle to attack through it, I think. And well, like, it'll make bees if they do. A 3 mana light up the stage. Ah, this is like really mono red prowess with Bedlam Revelers and stuff. And look, we've made bees for the first time in a long time. Lava Dart's currently in the exile zone, so we can clear up some of these bees. But we're going to go to combat them with some bees. We're then going to prey upon this bee to this. Hacha! I'm going to Thoughtseize the Soulscar Mage and Bedlam Reveler. Well, I guess I take the Soulscar Mage, because they've already got a Reveler in their exile zone. And Reveler's also worse against Obliterator when we finally get there. All we need to do is draw in 1 more Black Source, and then we can Domri Rade our Obliterator into one of their bodies. Another layer of the stage. Interesting. They hit a mountain, so they can Lava Dart my insect. They're just filling up the yard now with a Crash 3 there as well, so that they can play the Revelers. They're not going to play the Reveler in exile though, I would have thought they would have done, but maybe they can't. I didn't really do the math, because math's for losers. Frustratingly, we're only playing 3 snow-covered swamps, which is fucking stupid. We should be playing 3, sorry, we're only playing 2, we should be playing 3? So we can't actually cast Obliterator here. That's my bad. Next turn. I promise, there will be Obliterator action. Can I get him with this insect? Yeah. I think they'd sack a land to lava dart the insect away or something. They play a Steamkin, and then they play the Reveler in hand, I assume? Nope, they're gonna bolt my face. Reveler, because I want to fight it. Light up the stage, okay. They hit a Manamorphose and another Reveler. I think Runaway Steamkin's a very cool magic card, honestly. Birds of Paradise. We're getting there, we're getting close to a Phyrexian Obliterator mana. Tap our 2 swamps, make a green off our Astrolabe, because magic is weird now. Play a Domri. Now we could fight a Hornet Nest with a Runaway Steamkin to get ourselves 3 insects, but actually I just want to kill the Steamkin because them having mana means we probably die. We hit them for 1, we untap, and then we're going to have our insect fight this Runaway Steamkin. Get the fuck out of here. They Manamorphose. I drink some ice cold water. They crash through. Play a Bedlam Reveler. They draw 3 cards. Play another Reveler. They discard and draw 3 more cards. Yeah, I hope they haven't got a handful of burn. That would suck. We drew a Prey Upon, which is the greatest thing we could have drawn there in the entire world. And I'm now very, very, very excited for what's about to happen. We're going to Prey Upon here and see what happens. I guess they sack some mountains. Seems pretty good. We'll find another Domri. We don't attack because our Bee's Nest can't. And in my opinion, Hornets are just really angry bees. They Manamorphose. The mono red deck's really going to struggle with a Phyrexian Obliterator, let's be real. Look how fucking gnarly that creature is. It's one of the coolest looking creatures in Magic in a kind of edgy boy way. They kill our Domri so we can't make them fight again. Little do they know there's a Domri on top of my library. Hello. Domri coming through. Oh, they're scooping. That's no fair. Oh no, yep, yeah. They didn't want to sack any more permanents. And mono red, so I think our Blood Moons are bad, Fulminating Mages are bad. I guess our Sphinxes are pretty good, and Scavenging Ooze is pretty good. Trim some Thoughts are good at getting the Bedlam Revelers, I guess. I trim a Domri Raider Bloodbraid Elf from the Colligan's Command, because who needs Bloodbraid Elves when you got a Phyrexian fucking Obliterator? Look at that mana cost. I can't tell which is the most threatening thing about a Phyrexian Obliterator. The 4 black pips. Or the... I'm going to keep a 1-lander with 3 Hornets Nest. What's the worst thing that could happen? Whoa, what? Okay, interesting. Aggressive. We get a Swamp with this. We play an Astrolabe and we draw another Swamp. Well, it's not really a Swamp, but it makes Swamp mana off of an Astrolabe. Behind a Burning Rage. Jesus Christ, this person's very aggressive. We're going to crack our Wooded Foothills. And we're going to make a red mana off this because, you know, who cares about playing colours, right? Play this and uptick this Renin 6 to get back our Prismatic Vista that's going to go find ourselves a basic Swamp next turn. And then we're going to shoot our Hornet's Nest with Renin 6 and make 1/1 bees every turn. It's going to be glorious. I can double the shrines, but the shrines have the counters. Get a basic Swamp. Oh, by basic I mean Snow. Play a Nest. And then, oh look. Renin 6 is so broken, it even pushed Hornet Nest being better. I mean, it doesn't take much. Hornet Nest is just pretty good, right? It's a pretty strong magic card. We could just die to that shrine if we're not careful. I think we need to bring Ancient Grudge in. From the looks of things. Is this the same deck? And they're going to kill our Wren so we don't make bees every turn. That's more than fair enough. We play this Verdant Catacomb, then we make red mana off this Swamp because Astrolabe is ridiculous. The fact that it cantrips and does that is dumb. I mean, this is a pretty good synergy. Domri now makes our bees attack as 2/1s. I'll attack Sahelia. The faster she's dead, the better. There's going to be so many servos and play. It's going to be unreal. Domri also means that our nest is a 1/2, so we can actually kill servos in a fight, which is pretty good. We take damage to do. Light up the stage finds a Monastery Swift Spear. Pretty bad against our Verdant Catacombs. Why did I say Verdant Catacombs? Pretty bad against our Hornet Nest. What the fuck am I talking about? I should really fetch a red source for this Verdant. I've been relying very heavily on that Astrolabe for red. Should have got a Blood Crypt though. I'm such a scrub. We drew and play a Renin 6, which is pretty good here. We take 2 damage from the Lane of Combustion by making our nest fight the servo, but I think it's... We kill the servo and make a bee. We attack Saheeli for 2. I'm going to take 2 more to kill the Saheeli because I just think the servos are a problem. I just passed the turn without playing a second nest. I don't know why I did that. That was stupid. Soulscar Mage. Blood Moon. That turns my fetch lands off, I guess. We always want to draw an Obliterator when we drew. Scavenging Ooze. It's not terrible. Honestly. Gets hacked for 4. Play a Scavenging Ooze upon this bee. On this Soulscar Mage. Kills it. Make another nest. Uptick and make a green mana. Use the green mana on our Scavenging Ooze to eat their Soul Scar Mage. Take on this to get a Verdant Catacombs, which is basically just a fucking fancy $80 mountain at this point. Back with Venom 6 and pass back to them. Crash through, their creatures gain trample. Interesting. No attacks. These Hornet Nests are pretty good against the Red Prowess deck, I guess. Or the variant that is this. We attack with a Scavenging Ooze and an Insect. Which is 6 damage, which is pretty good. We get back Prismatic Vista with our Renin 6. And then I guess we just make some green mana and use it to eat things out of their graveyard, right? Because we don't want them to be able to cast a Bedlam Reveler. Just make sure we keep making that Reveler as expensive as possible. Ratchet Bomb. But do they go for 2? Or do they go for 3? Well, they're not going for my tokens. I drew another mountain. I play a mountain. I tick up my Venom 6 and get back a mountain. I attack my opponent with a Scavenging Ooze and an Insect. They decide not to block, I think. Oh no, they blocked. Sweet. I gobble up the Monastery Swift Spear from the graveyard. I play a Hornet's Nest. And we pass back to them. A Steamkin, eh? We untap and we draw a Bloodbraid Elf. Sure, let's go Cascading. Kitchen Finks, yeah, why not? Want to have our cake and literally milk it. This board looks pretty good for me. Not so good for them. Our Nest fights the Steamkin and makes a 1/1B. And they scoop it up. They've seen enough. And by seeing enough, I mean they're dead. We have lethal on board. Got him. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I would play it more, but I haven't got time. I'm going away this week, so I need to smash out as much content as possible. But I might come back to this deck. Do you have ideas on how we can improve this deck? Then you can tell me in the comment section below. If you liked the video, make sure you like it. Drop me a comment telling me what your favourite bit was. Tell me if you enjoyed this slow, more chilled out play that I'm filming early hours of the morning because I'm a fucking nutcase. I hope you've enjoyed. I've been Vince, and I'll see you all very, very soon for more videos later in the week. Ta-ta for now.